this is why people have a problem with your college, Nelligar.
How long are we going to let Ranmir drink himself into a stupor? When will enough be enough?
I don't deal with any college My days at the college are long behind me. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues. Take a look. So you wish to master the arcane arts? Until next time.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe that? I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college, though even that's dried up some. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss. Mm-hmm.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Since when do you have Skyrim?
Oh, I've had this a long time. I've already played through it regular, and then I played through it in VR. So that was when it came out. I haven't even played it since the update. That's how long it's been.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers.
Whatever, dude. You Millard Saloth.
I don't really know anyone at the college. Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the
I'm
college.
playing a mage
so he
this
goes
time.
easy on
Usually
me.
I play the archer,
Maybe
which
you'd
is
like to
way
help me keep up
overpowered in VR
appearances.
now.
Old Nellicard has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection to the college.
I'll get
Thanks.
it.
I'll be waiting for it. Safe travels.
Okay. What's here? I've been there already. That up here.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Oh,
What is
forgive
this
me.
place?
Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
Okay, can
Perhaps.
we go in?
But what is it you expect to find within? I
Ice
see.
fire.
That power certainly exists, I assure
Let's do
you.
it.
Wield it faithfully, and few can withstand you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill.
I think
with
I am
magic.
stuck because I killed some
A small
people in a
test,
city and a
if you
king
will.
says I have to go there and talk to the other king.
No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the
Ah,
sort.
shit, go for that. Yeah, see, when I played on VR, I screwed up on the castle. There's a castle somewhere you're not supposed to go to until you get a quest to go to it.
Excellent. The mage light spell
And,
is useful to any
the only way you
mage,
can get
not
to the
just those
castle is you
specializing in
glitch yourself
alteration.
with a plate
Can
into
you
a
cast
wall
one
or
on the
something.
seal
I
on the
remember it
ground?
was pretty funny. But yeah, it sucks. You can glitch something out and screw your whole game up.
I look forward to it.
What you want me to do?
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it,
Mage
but the
light
college lives on.
Oh,
No.
I don't know.
Well, if
mage
you think
light.
you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold.
Oh, I could do
Or
that.
you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells.
Okay.
Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
Okie dokie, Smokey. What else?
The
you
college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed, or there's nothing more I can teach you. Until next time.
All right. Let's see. How do we do this? Mage light. I need to put fire spell on there. Generate magic.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. Well done indeed. Well done indeed.
Well
I
done
think you'll be a
indeed.
superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll
Yeah,
lead
so I
you
just
across the
started
bridge.
anyways.
Once
Only
you're
a
inside,
couple
you'll want to speak with Mirabelle
hours
Irvine,
into the
our
game,
master
not
wizard.
very far.
Please, follow me.
I'm probably like 2 hours into the freaking game.
No matter what, the college will endure.
Let's go. Alright, I was hoping I could tag her with it. That's why I was testing.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it. The college lives on.
Kitty. Cat's I'm looking at my feet. Oh, where's the cat? Hey, where'd she go? Is she coming along or what? You coming? I don't know if I need you or not. Like these towers.
Do you have the 2 controller for PSVR or do you just have DualShock 4?
Yeah, I just charged up my Move controllers, so I was gonna try them out, but I'm not a big fan of the Move controllers, really. Hopefully they come out with new controllers and they work with PS4. Are you done? What are you doing? That's it? Huh. Okay.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off-limits.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies.
Okay. I have no idea what you're
then she hasn't
talking
gotten
about.
to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it.
Okay.
My
We're all
problem
done.
with her. She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a
Where'd that guy
wizard,
go?
by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But
You?
she's not going to get the better of me.
Good looks?
Oh, no. I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that guy go? Here. Let's look at that chick. Okay. Well, this is where that guy went. Hall of Attainment. Where is everybody? I don't see anybody. Restoration spells. I'll take the skull. Door. Okay, how do we get out of here?
Let me give you a bit of advice.
Oh,
You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need
Right.
something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it? Huh? There are some experiments the college frowns on. Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds. I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look then.
If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable. You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. Uh-huh. I don't think anyone here truly understands how useful my work will be.
consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you? Good, good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in. Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Take a look. Until next time.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward. You can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent. Oh my, that's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle in a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but exceptionally useful. There may be a matter in which your skills could be useful. The various points of focus for magic energies around the college have become polluted and need cleansing. I see. The magical energies underneath the college still require... Very well. These specially enchanted gloves will allow you to delve directly into the focal points for these energies. Go to each focal point and remove whatever impurities you may find there. Return the gloves to me when you have finished. Please exercise caution. This is not a procedure without possible consequences. All right, then. Illusion, really, is the least appreciated of the schools of magic.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. All right, then.
Even with the college's laid back, there are some experiments the college frowns. All right, let's not overdo it. Meet me in my quarters.
Hey, watch it.
What you learn here
I've made
will
myself rather clear.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the...
I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely. Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting. Yes, of course.
Welcome to the college.
I'm simply trying to understand the reason.
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for... thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. After I finish showing... Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. After I've finished showing you the grounds, we can talk.
Chanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest. The local Nords may not like us very much. Sure is. I've got another client. Wants me to do some enchanting. You could do the pickup for me if you want. All right, be quick about it, will you? This is a good way for the college to bring in some money. Here's the name and location of the client. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read. No, I can't. I have enough to keep me busy. View it as a chance to hone your craft. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you.
If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself. Just like anywhere else, it's all about who you know. Lucky for you, you know me. I hope I can count on you if I ever need a favor.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing the course. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Skyrim could not be more different from... You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level destruction spells yet? Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. Oh yes, Jizargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Mages in Cyrodiil are all about politics. The Synod and the College of Whispers are too busy guarding secrets to bother to teach. Skyrim was not Jizargo's first choice, but Winterhold is removed from politics, dedicated to study. This is the place for Jizargo to become great. Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree, there is much for Jizargo. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jizargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Until next time.
College... New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better. Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races. No offense, of course. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic, so it's not off to a good start. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with the Aldmeri Dominion, who are elves and magic users. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning. I know he's from the Thalmor, and that he claims to be here simply as an advisor. I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him, honestly. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it. Not within society, no. Many who practice within the School of Conjuration do so on their own, secretly. Phalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the college years ago. He didn't like the Archmage, hated dealing with him, hated having to answer to him. Phalion said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. Arin found a note on his desk, and that was it. I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem. I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. All right, then.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward. Use the gloves to clear the focal points. Return to me when you have finished. I thought I made this rather clear.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. All right, then.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? Of course I... Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful. A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact. As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. Until next time. I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several of your talents.
Cast your fancy magic someplace else. Take care if you're venturing too far from town. It's a bitter wind coming off the Sea of Ghosts. Must think us all lawless beasts. I think that they're ignorant. What is it, Elf?
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar.
Man like you needs a war horse, I reckon. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin. You've got a deal. It's the one with the saddle. Ride strong.
Well, Hunning Brew uses only the finest natural... Take a look. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You need something to do.
If you
or
need to
just
sample
enjoy
some of the
slowing
finest
down
mead
the
in
hard-working
Skyrim,
folk.
you're in the right place. Well, we're a small meadery, but growing quickly. Sabjorn's only been running this place for a short time now, and look at it.
If you want to buy something, to tell you the truth, Sabjorn isn't much of an owner. Slave driver, sure.
Malice is teaching me everything he knows about brewing. Hopefully, I could take over his position someday. If you need to sample some of the finest mead in Skyrim, if you're looking... Well, we're a small meadery, but growing quickly. Sabjorn's only been running this place for a short time now, and look at...
Face it. Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested. Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be ready. Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
underestimate me! Ah! Your head! Now ain't this a surprise?